time for the remake. Okay, I've just finished watching Friday the 13th, and as you can probably see, I've now got the cold. Like, I feel like I've got the cold. It's November now, so, you know, socks in pockets kind of thing. Right, so I went to see this at the pictures, and when I went to see this at the pictures, I went on a date. And we were the only people in the pictures. And this is the first time I've ever witnessed someone react to a film like this. And just fucking scream. And it was distracting. But this comes along on the Platinum Doom's era, so we had Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It was trailered on this, so might have been behind, but obviously on 8 Mile on Elm Street, which was quite poorly received. Now, Platinum Dooms really drain the colour out of things and really go dark. And I believe this is the same writers as Freddy vs. Jason. Now the thing is, tackling Friday the 13th remake, it's the pun what Scream did, where it's like, who's the killer in Friday the 13th? Jason. It's his mum. This is the problem about doing the remake. So what do? You fucking just fast track the fuck out of it. So this essentially takes the first four, not 4 weeks, fucking hammer, the 4 films and the series, and grabs them together. We get the first film and the credits again. It has that old typewriter font, and it's very, shows you Jason, and it shows the beheading, and shows you, you know, flashback, and you know, it's quite cool. It's almost what they did with the other ones, where the early ones, where you would get the flashback of what happened in the last film, a little bit of a montage and that's what shows you in the credits. Although this is just fast tracking the story. Now there's no campers or anything like this, and this is pretty weird. As you get a group of people going out, you know, for a camping trip. You know, they're just gonna camp out. One of them wants to go and find some weed. One of them wants to have sex with a beautiful girlfriend, and you know, one of them fucks off to look for weed. And we get some brutal deaths straight away. So we get Baghead Jason and the sleeping bag and the tent. I mean, the sex of the tent, it's quite a woo. But the body bag burn and the death, and just pretty much shows you how brutal this film is going to be. We've got the bear trap, and straight away you get to see that this is a different kind of breed of Jason. You know, he's fast, he's violent, he's like doing his tricks, you know what I mean? He's a hunter, he's a poacher kind of thing. And there's a whole bit where he runs up with a machete in the head, poof. And I'd say 20 odd minutes in the movie, we got Friday the 13th, and it's like, wow. And now the movie just pretty much restarts again. You think, what the fuck? So that's the second movie crammed in. So then we get, I can never pronounce his name, Jaded, the guy from Supernatural, who also is in House of Wax. Comes looking for his sister, and it really throws the red herring, because he sort of comes along and we don't know that his sister's actually been kept like as a pet, like Jacob Goodnight does, you know. And the story's like story befalls. There's another group of people, and they're going to a house party on the lakes. So we've had the people want to do the party in the woods, and now we're going to have the people at a house party in the house, like the 4th one. But no, Corey Feldman looking across and giggling in his bed. And it's a bit, I mean, it takes elements of all the characters we've seen, as well as modern day characters. And I think the acting, I think they're pretty well cast. The guy who plays the snobby jock guy plays it really well. There's comedic sidekicks. There's a cliche of everything, you know. You've got the white rich kid, you've got the black jock kid, you've got the Chinese kid who's into like building stuff and all that. It kind of throws you all the cliches out there, so it keeps it well out there, which is pretty awesome. And then, you know, I got the hillbilly, which is kind of like the Ralph character, I guess. And you know, it fast tracks the mask, and it's the kill in the attic, and he moves it back, and it's quite an iconic, nicely lit. I know this is shot multiple times. That they were going to have that the guy was smoking dope with the mask on and all smoke coming out, but they opted for the just reveal of the mask there, which I don't know, it's just getting the hockey mask on, you know. That's what's on the front cover, that's what people know. It's like one of my issues at the moment is like the Friday the 13th, the original's been reissued with a picture of Jason on there. You know, then even the Blu-ray, the original Blu-ray's got the mask on it, and you think, because the mask is so iconic to Jason. And that's what Platinum Dune's going. You're going to sell a Friday the 13th movie, you need to see that. And it's well grounded, and it's brutal. You know, some of the deaths are brutal. Hacking faces, fucking screwdrivers, heads into things. You know, even like the stabbing up between the woods. He's violent. You know what I mean? This isn't the stalking or the slow turn, and this is a fucking violent person who's spent his life in the woods. And it gets going, and then it's just sort of slows down a bit, and we get the deaths we want, you know, kind of things. We get a few nods to the past, but you see a lot of in the light, especially when Jason's standing and staring at us. And I think that's one of the most spookiest things about the franchise. It's the fact that she's in the middle of the water. And a couple of homages to Jaws. It's just like, well, what the fuck? Would you rather drown? Sort of come to shore? He's standing there like fucking Prince of Thieves who's born out, just like it's his machete, and he's just like, you know, so a couple of bits of CGI in this, bit of weight there, but no, a lot of gruesome deaths, and then let's go in the ending, we end up in a barn. Of course we want to end up in a barn. Gets the whole chain around the neck and pulled into the fucking wood chipper. How much wood would a wood chip? Not gonna do that. And then we got a slow little dissolve, and then goes in the water, and then he's back. And it's like, come on, man. I mean, there could have been a total better ending. This, you know, I think this could exist in the same universe as the rest of them. Shows you the backstory, and it could exist. There's nothing to say. It is a full-on remake. It's just retelling, really. And I don't think this should be classed as a remake. I think it should be classed as Monday the 11th. It's just a reimagination of it, you know, because he doesn't die. He gets left open. He's still got the sub stories, and it's just Jason in the modern era. You know, what if he was still just hanging around? What happens if he didn't end up Manhattan? It's just, you know, it's a nice retelling. You know, it's not about campers, it's just more about teenage popcorn kind of thing. But it's violent. The score has its own vibe. It's not as good as the classic The Kill Kill. It's not there, you know. It is funny in bits. There is some laugh out loud, clever writing again, but it's just dark and spooky. But yeah, I want to see in the outtakes. So I've got the cold, as you can see. Yeah, it's been a marathon. It's been really weird, actually, because this is the 11th movie in a row review, and I haven't seen any of them back. Just like, I'm literally catching up on some thumbnails and just little bods and sods I can render while they've been playing in the background. And I've had great fun. It's been great to revisit them. I don't know what I was going to do next as a franchise, but overall I think he's iconic. And I guess with this outtake would be in the very last one. Now that we've seen that, there was going to be a new one. There was going to be like a found footage. There was started production, and it got shut down. Where could Jason go? I talked about like there is a chance that they could do Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash. It could happen. It could exist. It makes sense. It does it. I don't know if Pinhead's going to get involved. Recently, The Critters got a reboot, which didn't look amazing. You know, franchises, Gremlins is meant to be getting a bit of a kick into having a remake into a TV kind of series. So, you know, the nostalgia's there, so it's going to scream for these iconics to come back. Leatherface has a really fucked up weird, from Texas Chainsaw Massacre to Leatherface to Texas Chainsaw, which is the fourth one. See, that's complicated. That's a complicated franchise. This is straightforward. Kill, kill, kill. But what could they do? I don't know what I can do, you know. They can either discard the remake and continue. Obviously, they can't follow on after Jason X. The idea that Jason just turns up, different environment, found footage idea kind of works. But maybe you now need to take him away from the woods. He's been on the boat. Don't want to see him on an airplane. I mean, a hotel. What happens if you just turned up at a hotel, did the whole Shining, you know, decided to build it, like, that's it, India Burial Ground, decided to build it, a hotel, and it's a big, going to be maybe a ski resort. How about that? Big ski resort, and fucking Jason turns up in the snow. That's really the kind of only thing you can do without going fucking really stupid on it. I mean, Jason in the desert, you know, Jason in the jungle. I mean, no. So I think snow would be a good one. Don't do what Tremors did. Cold day in hell and have fucking the hottest day of the year happen at the same time. What the fuck? But no, that'd be quite good. Some deaths in the snow kind of thing. Isolated. Do a bit of Detox. What they did with Detox. Jason in the snow. Picking up. He's in a research facility. Kills everyone. Gets stuck in there. Escapes. Hotel. Snowboarding. Jason snowboarding. Yeah, it's way too late. I need some fixed vapor rub on my chest. But no, I've had a great time doing this. It's very sort of, since I bought this, I've been asked a lot for the Blu-ray box set. It's discontinued. I don't know what's happened with it. I know the first one's owned by Paramount, and the rest have been, I don't know what's happened with it. It actually, as my tummy goes nuts there, I want to point something out. Here's the box. Obviously Jason slapped on the front cover. Welcome to Crystal Lake, from the producers of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So, you know, like Leatherface could exist in this universe as Freddy now. You know, that's pretty good. Obviously Jason has appeared on the Mortal Kombat's. Just on the back there, No Company, Hack and Slash. If you ever have a look at my HorrorCon videos, I think my friend Steven, who I met through HorrorCon, does an amazing job of Jason. If you ever see him when he pulls off his mask, he never fucking breaks character. I've never once went up and went, "You alright?" He just sort of goes, "Hi." So I've just overlaid Stephen there briefly. He's done a great job. This was in here. So this is in the remake. So Friday the 13th, collect the defining Jason saga. You've seen Jason's chilling origins, but don't dare stop here. Following his thrilling, terrifying saga, you must have the original horrifying sequels in parts 2 to 8. You'll witness the madman's hellish legacy as he unleashes murder and mayhem from remote Crystal Lake to busy Manhattan, often inspiring other characters to imitate his bloody deeds. Experience the horror classics that terrified millions to become one of the most successful film franchises of all. A series as unstoppable as Jason himself. And on the back we've got when they did the reissue covers from what I've been fucking randomly shown throughout the series in this. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, Part 5, Part 6, Part 7. And then the smaller prints. You know, the final chapter. Don't miss the classics Friday the 13th. So it's got Part 2, so it's discarding Part 1. And it disowns Part 9 and 10 and Jason. So again, distributed through Paramount. So there you go. It's a fucking weird advert, that. But never released Blu-ray and singles. So yeah. And once again, I can not recommend enough for anyone to watch the Crystal Lake Memories. It's an absolutely amazing documentary. I had just watched that before they got the box set, so it's probably where the fountain of knowledge just went. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I know there's a lot of cult horror Jason fans. I know I've probably butchered a lot of facts, got a lot of stuff wrong, but I've enjoyed them. I do think Jason in the Snow is the way to go. And I do think the remake should just be classed as number 11. Friday the 13th, chapter 11. That's really pretty much it. Well, chapter 12 is Jason vs. Freddy. Yeah. Because again, the next one will be 13, technically. Oh, yeah, 10, 11, 12, yeah. I've been Stephen Mason. Check out Lonely Tree Entertainment. Nightmare on Elm Street. I did it as one big video. Bit ropey, and I've done Scream recently. I don't know what series I'm going to revisit. I want to revisit the Tremors, but I want to do them as podcasts. So that's a different story. I'm not really interested in visiting Halloween anytime soon. So there's a series. It's been pretty epic. 11 movies. 11, 12. Haven't seen amazing. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.
And now, the end is here.
Wait a minute. I did spot something actually. When they first get to the camp and they get to the office, the poster on the back is Godzilla versus the Thing. Yeah. Just paying attention. You probably wouldn't get away with that now, but it's a great old school poster. Just put there for the nostalgia. But yeah, it's fucking awesome that. Yeah, now we're done.